today for this episode of the Jensen podcast. Say hello.
Oh, me. Hello.
And Nicholas is here still. He just won't leave me alone.
He's been here the whole time.
So we came over here to visit my grandpa way on the other side of Mars. We'll get to that later. Let's just begin with the topics because long intros are horrible. Now go watch episode 14. I promise you it's a great intro that's not 40 seconds. There's a Jack-anian under the table. First one. My grandpa loves to drink fizzy water, sparkling water. You know, the water with bubbles, the carbonated water. How do you feel about it?
I think it's refreshing. It's low in calories, and it's refreshing.
I've had bad experiences. Me and Nicholas both have had bad experiences with fizzy water. He's just had good experiences.
Right. I've heard some people struggle with flatulence with fizzy water, but I've never experienced that.
I know. I don't know, so, of course, we're not drinking fizzy water, just sink water, as usual. It's kind of our thing, you know? Just drinking sink water and hating sparkling water. Yeah, you see, Nicholas gets really strong from drinking the sparkling water.
No.
Jack, can you just,
Be the cameraman, Manny.
Yeah, Manny. We get a lot of Mannies here, cameramannies. Because they're all horrible. To be so for real, so we have to grow.
You know, that reminds me of a time back in 1968 when I was driving my 63 Chevy Nova SS, and it made this odd sound like that.
For your information, this was back on Earth, the first Earth.
Yes.
Yes, that was back before I came to Mars, and I'm living in this old Martian community of senior Martians. But that also reminds me of another story when I had a 1973 Martian mobile. It was a humdinger. That's old person slang.
What does humdinger mean?
It means the cat's meow. That's also slang for old people.
What's that mean?
That means it was Scooby Randooby.
You're speaking too much slang for our young minds.
Yeah, we don't understand your slang, your new slang.
Well, let's see if I can think of a word.
Old slang.
It was really good.
Oh! I was sitting here thinking, that it was terrible, because, there's no reason for me to think that. I'm just... Anybody realize that my water is half empty?
You're a half-empty kind of guy.
Yeah, I guess. So, I guess we should go back to our fizzy water a little bit, our bad experiences.
Oh
my gosh.
Alien.
I believe you.
I got some lousy cherry fizzy water. It was terrible. So I drank it, and it was, bubbly, and, made me burp, and I was like, and then it tasted really tart and weird. It was different. After that experience, I just can't drink fizzy water. It's weird because it was like my 5th time drinking fizzy water. But man, that one was just bad. I've drinking the other cherries too. What about your experiences?
Whenever I drink it, I get bad stomach problems. And then my stomach starts to tell secrets.
Does it whisper?
Yeah.
It goes.
It was something that goes. Something that goes.
Sometimes it's like that.
Sometimes it's like. Yeah, sometimes it's like.
I'm getting one now. There we go. There's actually a Martian disease that you can get from drinking fizzy water. Bad fizzy water. I got really lucky that I didn't get it, but like 99% of the time, bad fizzy water gives you this horrible disease. And I know it's curable, but it takes 400 surgeries. Really?
Yeah.
You have that disease?
You didn't hear me.
I heard you.
You didn't hear me right though. I have the other one.
Oh, the other one?
From drinking sweat.
From drinking why would you drink sweat?
It has electrolytes in it.
Yeah.
Salt. Pepper. Paprika.
But yeah, so like this disease, I've heard it does some horrible things to you. Like
Mice are haunting us.
Well, first off, it makes you start to float. It like makes you levitate like 30 meters up, and then you fall and break your legs. So you always have to make sure you're indoors so you don't die.
Mice are haunting us.
The mice are haunting us?
The rats, I mean.
From last week?
Yeah.
It's because we ate them, huh?
Uh-huh.
That was just to survive. We're back to we're good now.
They brought guinea pig friends.
They brought the guinea pigs. No. What are we gonna do? How do we can't just kill these innocent guinea pigs. That's wrong.
No.
We would never do that, by the way. Huh? Oh, they're just spirits. Okay. So if we just like
stop.
what I did is I just took actually we have a fan here, it's really hot in this room. I just re-angled it with my mind towards the ghosts and they all just blew right out the door. I know there's a lot of side effects to this disease. Do you have any like that you can remember? Because like I got a bit of a headache like usual.
Sure. Well, there's that. There's a headache. There's a toe ache. There's a finger ache. There's a stomach ache. There's a back ache. And there's a birthday cake.
My shoe is broken.
Yeah, his shoe. So yeah. Anyway, a lot of aches and levitation occurs. So if you start experiencing any of these side effects, please contact
863.
No, it's gotta be 555.
Oh.
I need help because I have a terrible disease.com. Please call now. I'm dying. Thank you, I'm done now. And then when you pick up, you have to make sure you say, I do indeed have the disease, and it's very bad, and it brings me lots of pain, and I, you should know what to say. I mean, they have a whole phone number where they'll tell you what to say. So you just have to call, I'm dying from this disease, but I don't know what to tell the people because I'm dying from this disease on 555. I'm dying, please help, etc. So then you take that, you call them, then you have to make sure you say, Jensen the Dutch Kid Podcast is very cool, and then that's like the key code word for,
they are
this is what you need to say. Then you need to make sure you get your notepad because it's 4,000 words. It's like a whole essay you have to say. And let's just hope you don't get any of those finger aches in that time. Anyway, these guys need to talk now about the heated game of cornhole that they went through, and actually how these two met, which is how we met. Actually, it was all because of my grandpa that we know each other. So I don't know why we haven't had him in an earlier episode.
Well, I've been on the other side of Mars because that's where they put us old folks. But several years ago,
I was visiting my grandpa, and then there was a cornhole competition going on.
It was a heated cornhole.
So it wasn't cold cornhole. It was heated.
No, it was heated. It was like it was like corn on the cob heated. It got really heated, and that's when I met Nicholas here, and I would have sworn that he was somehow cheating playing cornhole because he kept winning, and that really bothered me. But since that time, I've gotten over that, and him and I are friends now, and I was able to introduce Nicholas to my grandson, and boy, that was a great day. How old were you then, Nicholas?
I was.
Well, that's
Plus 32.
That's a similar age to my grandson. Anyway, I have not played heated or otherwise cornhole since that day. I can't stand the game because it just brings back bad memories of Nicholas cheating.
I wasn't cheating. You're just mad that you lost. Cheater.
You see, these guys, they don't like each other. That's why I have to sit between them, so stuff like this doesn't happen. Now, break it up, you two! You know, like, I have to say stuff like that all the time, like, whoa! Whoa! Ah! 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 Ah!
Well, there goes our bucket.
Ah! Ah! There's a Jack alien attacking me!
We'll help you. We'll help you.
Get up. Ooh, the Jack Alien with the camera.
Oh, I wonder if we're still in frame.
Are we still in frame, Mr. Jack Alien? Yep, we are. Indeed.
That's
so anyway,
great.
I'm honestly, I don't know how I feel about me and Nicholas meeting. Honestly, he's kind of a weirdo. Like, he kind of like, not really though. Right, everybody give the thumbs up so we can get the learning and no, we can't say that. So we can get the learning life lessons with Jensen Nutchke podcast. Very cool, cool, cool. Okay, everybody. Get the smile. Awesome. So let's talk about today's news. Man, it was a great news.
It was a great news day, wasn't it?
News flash.
News flash. Yeah.
Well, first for the weather. That was great. I really loved what they said about how it was sunny.
Raining and while it was sunny, there was no clouds in the sky, but it was raining acid.
Mars, bro. Mars.
That's just your average day in Mars.
I remember like a great news story about the sunflowers. What was it?
Well, there was, as I recall, the story about it was a great story about the sunflowers. How they at one time before we had a lot of sunshine on Mars, they were called the dark flowers. And then we started getting more and more sunshine as Mars evolved. And by golly, by Jiminy Jingers, if those dark flowers didn't become sunflowers, dagnabbit, it was something.
Those words are really...
It was snazzy, man. Just snazzy the way that happened.
What does that mean?
Let me think of, I think...
Sorry, the sunlight's shining on my head from the window.
Think of a word that you would good. It was good.
There's a lot of words for good in slang, old slang.
Actually, that there's actually not that many. That's actually the least used slang word. Like, it's good. Like, all the slangs that mean good.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. I read a book. It was called The History of Slang, but I only read the first page.
Oh.
Of 400, and that's what it said.
Was that the History of Slang by Dr. Spitzenfemmer?
It was.
Yeah.
How did you know? You read it?
I have. I didn't care for it. There was another one. The History of Martian Slang by Skidrich Vansenbaumen.
Yeah.
That was a good one, and it was only one page.
I thought his name was Skidrich Vansenbaumen.
Oh.
No, that was someone else.
Oh.
They wrote The History of Flatulence.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want him to be in more episodes.
A doctor make like a class for it in like college and stuff. There's a class for his teaching because he made a whole new type of way to solve infections and stuff. His name was what was it, Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
It was!
Yeah.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Dr. Doofenshmirtz. He's kind of
Doofenshmirtz. I thought you said Dr.
He's a really not well-known pharmacist.
And most of his ideas didn't work.
They did not.
No.
So that's why people call him evil.
His book, what was it? It was called The Bookinator or something. Anyway,
Oh, this is out of lighter fluid. It's a Martian lighter.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
Those big Martian cigarettes.
It's bigger than this, actually. Yeah, it's out of Martian.
Cigarette.
It's out of gasoline.
Yeah, so, and then there was that other news story. It was about that new business that
The
started.
Jack Alien gave me some new fluid.
It was the
Oh, there's a flame, look up.
the shoe insole store. That was a great one. It was started by somebody. He was Dutch, just so you know. He's a pretty cool guy. I heard he was Dutch. And he was a kid. I think his name was like, I can't remember. It started with like an N, and it was like it was like Nicholas almost. But like, who would name their kid Nicholas? I'm sorry.
My parents would. Silly dudes.
They had like 40 different colors. I didn't know they made size 40 shoe insoles. They're $400 each. Gosh dang it! That Nicholas kid needs to.
Kid, I thought he was like an old man.
Well, I think he was like Dutch kid or something.
You know, that's groovy.
Got the flavor. The cafe's on fire. Put it out. Oh, I was.
Get the Varth Tater pillow. Varth Dater pillow. Okay, stop shooting flames.
But it's fun.
Anyway, that's it for today's news, and back to you.
Yeah, the news was really rad today, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, who's shooting flames at me? Is it the camera? I think it's the camera.
What does groovy and rad mean? I'm wondering.
See, how can I put that to
Bro.
where you could understand? Good. Means good.
It's so hard not to think. Oh,
It's not that hard.
it is. You just don't have a sense
I'm
of
just dead inside.
exactly. They're having a lighter fight. It's really loud.
A dead lighter fight. This bad.
Oh, the lighter! It has fluid. Oh my gosh, I'm
You have
nervous.
a fire. You have to put it in.
Oh,
Me and
yeah.
Nicholas live on the exact opposite side of Mark. My parents thought it would be funny to move in right on the exact other side of Mark.
What Jensen isn't saying is trying to be politically correct, but actually, once you turn 60 years old on Mars, you're banished to the other side of Mars.
I'm gonna laugh when the don't tell anybody I said this, but when the Martian dictator turns 60, I'm gonna laugh so hard. I didn't think of that.
No, well, but he'll probably change the rule because he's the dictator. But
No, he's gonna have a son by then. His son's gonna be the dictator at that point.
so,
All right, no more fires.
but I'll tell
I
you,
don't want to burn this. Yeah.
that would be,
Nice house down.
if they changed that law, that would be really solid, man.
What does that mean?
Well, it means
No more.
groovy. It means
It's just what my couch
It means
Again,
the cats
you're getting it.
meow.
I don't know.
That means good. Remember at the beginning of
Oh! You see, he's just got memory still.
Because his other half of the brain is on the old Earth.
How it works is it's 1,000 by 1,000 square miles of just houses. It's one big neighborhood called the
Ooh,
what's it
that's
called?
loud.
I call it the garbage pit, but that's just me.
So that's
Yeah.
loud.
Um,
I'm pushing it down a little bit. It's louder.
Well, you're turning it the wrong way. Besides, you're a cheater.
break it up, you two!
I couldn't hear that from this year because I went deaf just now. Freaking flipping. Your turn.
So the garbage pit.
That's what I call it.
Well,
See how that?
Nicholas might say that you are always wrong, but
Well, you don't have
I only slightly disagree with that.
you don't have to, put words in his mouth. Although it would be helpful if he did, because he has a hard time thinking of stuff on his own. But I don't want to, start anything.
You should do that to him. He's the one bullying you.
He's the one who bullies me into filming these.
I don't. He does it by choice. Right, Nicholas? Say it. Say it now.
Anyway, that's where I live. The GP.
I'm done! You're a cheater! You're a cheater! Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
What does
Jackinator?
OPGP mean?
Oh, OPGP. Old person's garbage pit.
Which is weird because that sounds like the opposite of good.
Well, it is the opposite of good because it's not slang. It's an acronym. You know
Oh,
what an acronym
I
is?
do.
don't you? Sure. That was a car from
wait, what kind of slang is the word acronym? What kind of slang is the word acronym?
Funny one? I don't know.
Okay, I think this has been a good Jensen podcast episode. It was very groovy and splendicious and
Snazzy.
and rad and
Solid.
and well, overall, I think it was just good.